Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. It's the weekend, baby.
Welcome back to another episode of Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. It's the weekend, baby. Man, I hope everybody's having a happy holiday. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday. The holidays are here. I felt like it was just summer. You know what I mean? But winter is here, as you can tell. But I want to give a special shout out to Make It Extraordinary. Check out the book on Amazon. It's also on pretty much all platforms. You can check out his website. You can check out his TikTok, Instagram, whatever. But get your copy of that Make It Extraordinary. 27 life-changing lessons that will help you elevate beyond extraordinary. Also, shout out to Relevant Life Church in Fargo, soon opening a campus in Moorhead, Minnesota. But shout out to Relevant, Pastor Travis Lynn, his wife, the whole organization, family. Shout out to Michael Bloom. It's a great place, some great people. If you're ever in the Fargo area, check them out. Shout out to Hip Hop and Hope. We'll be going into the prisons pretty soon, a couple weeks, and we'll be doing some Christmas dinners for the inmates. Also, shout out to Timber Skins, Woodworks and Leather for making this Sober Talk lovely game for us. It's actually a horse racing game. Shout out to Timber Skins Custom Laser Engraving. They did put the Sober Talk logo on there. Also, shout out to Cornerstone Woodworking and Medicine Horse Creations for all the things that they make for us. They do some great work. We really appreciate you. Shout out for Tied for Second Sober Living and New Freedom Center. Shout out to Prairie Recovery Center in Raleigh, North Dakota. Also, shout out to the Hub, Hope Manor, the Sanctuary Sober Living for Women in Minot. Shout out to Hope's Landing, Sober Living in Dickinson, North Dakota for men and women. Shout out to all the supporters of Sober Talk. J-Dub, J-Dobo, he's got all kind of stuff going on. You can catch him in the Kirkwood Mall today and tomorrow. It's right in front of the arcade. His booth is there. You can go check him out. He's got all kind of great stuff. The raffle is still going on. There will be a Sober Talk booth in front of Walkers and Daughters close to Santa Claus tomorrow. You can come get your raffle ticket. We'll be doing a drawing tomorrow evening for the Other Kids bike, the Kids Custom Me Cargy bike. So come, raffle tickets are still on sale all the way up until December 21st. That's when we'll be doing the grand prizes. But come get your raffle tickets or come get you some Sober Talk merch or come by and get interviewed. We'll be broadcasting live from the Kirkwood Mall all day tomorrow till close, from open to close. So come check us out. Also, special shout out to Serenity Bridge Sober Living right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. Shout out to Resurrection Tattoo and the House of Fade, baby. The House of Fade is the #1 barbershop in the land. So if anybody ever wants to be on the show, give me a shout out. If anybody wants to donate, right now we're raising funds for 2 prison events in the women's prison and the men's max penitentiary that we will be doing at the end of January, beginning of February. So if anybody wants to participate, give me a shout. I got all the links that you can donate on. But if not, we still love that you watch us and support us. Thank you so much. Well, it's been a great holiday so far. I got a special young lady in the house tonight. My daughter, Bryanna Sanai. How's it going?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
How's your vacation so far?
cold.
Yeah. She's not used to this North Dakota frozen tundra.
But it's kind of nice though. I
Yep.
like it. different.
Yeah, we had a beautiful day. We got to spend time with my beautiful fiance, some of her family yesterday out of town. And it was great. It had great food, great love. And then today we got to eat some breakfast and do some Black Friday stuff at the Kirkwood Mall and just spend some quality time together. So it's a great thing. So how long has we been since we seen each other?
I think last time it's been like 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah,
Man,
it's been a while.
I know it's been a while. I think she was
I was 16.
16 going on 17.
Yeah,
And now she's in college, her second year of college.
yeah.
How's that life?
College is definitely an experience. I think it's, something that I'm grateful for. Not a lot of people can go to college, so every day, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Right.
So,
So where did you grow? Tell the people out there all the places that you grew up at.
I've been a lot of places.
South Carolina.
South Carolina, Japan, Utah, Virginia, South Korea.
Okay. So mostly Virginia.
Yeah.
Military brat. And I used to be in the military myself. Shout out to all the active military people that are
You guys.
in foreign countries right now that couldn't come home for the holiday. Prayers and love to you guys. Shout out to the veterans that served or gave the ultimate sacrifice that are no longer with us. You are not forgotten. So how was it without me being there in your life all the time?
That's a hard hitting question first.
Yeah, let's open up the can of worms.
I mean, I think let's put it like this. You kind of wear my shoes when you were little. You didn't have your biological father with you. So I think for me, for a long time, it was kind of like it's weird when you know someone that created you, but you don't have a relationship with.
Right.
You don't see them every single day. You're not talking to them all the time. Especially me growing up, we didn't talk every day. There's times we didn't talk for years. So it's definitely hard building a relationship with someone over time that you don't know is a stranger, but not a stranger.
Right.
You're biologically connected to each other, but we don't know each other.
Are you glad I'm still alive?
100%.
Yeah.
I think I don't even want to think about that.
Right.
But it's a blessing that we both can say.
So what do you think about me having my life changed now that I'm sober and saved and I'm going on 7 years?
Yeah.
So I truly believe that in sobriety, the promises do come true. It doesn't happen right away for everybody. Sometimes it takes years. Like I said, when I came into this program, I hadn't seen her in 5 years, hadn't talked to her, and I owed a bunch of money in back child support. And at 3 years or 3.5 years sober, I was able to make an amends and go see her and make an amends in person.
Yeah.
And then you came out here and met your brother, and your grandma was here, and we had a great time. And then she went to Korea.
I went to Korea.
How was it living in Korea as a teenager?
Why? It's weird because it's kind of like you, to comparison, you move to a new spot. You've been in Virginia or one location for a long time. You move to a new place. No one knows you. You kind of get to start over. So I think when I was in Virginia, I was really shy. I was focused on school. You moved to Korea, and I was kind of like, I don't know nobody. Like, I'm gonna get here to Korea. Da, da, da. But it was so fun. I think I don't regret nothing going over there. I do think, the people that I met there are people that are going to stick with me for the rest of my life. Those are like lifelong friends. I made some bad choices there. I made some good choices. I graduated. I made a lot of memories, and I loved it. It was great.
How did you adjust at first? Like with the time change and your first time being like,
it was crazy because when we left, it was like still a little bit of COVID time. So there were still like restrictions. So when we got there, we were stuck in like quarantine for like 3 weeks. So I wasn't in school yet. I was stuck in like a hotel room. And then I gradually like when transition went to school, but everyone knew each other. It's a small school. It was like from 6th grade to 12th grade.
So you graduated in Korea.
Yes, I graduated in Korea.
Yep.
The school population was like 400 students, and like of all grades. So
yeah, I was kind of in my feelings that I wasn't able to be part of that, but hey, I ain't gonna miss the college graduation.
he'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be making a whole bunch of noise, making a scene. I'm running over the cones when I pull up. Um, so um, you have a couple siblings, right?
I do have a couple siblings. I have 2 other siblings other than August.
Right. So you got 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Yep.
How was it having an older sister?
Ooh, so my older sister's 2 years older than me, but because my mom was a single mom and like worked a lot, my sister kind of acted like my mom, and we kind of bumped heads a lot. Because we're so close in age, but she had to step up her role as being like an older sibling to take care of me. But we bumped heads a lot because we had completely 2 different personalities, and we fought for a long time until we got older. Now we're fine. We're good now.
Right.
For a long time, it wasn't the closest bond that we could have had.
Right. Well, I'm glad that that all worked out
Yeah, I'm glad too.
the way it was supposed to work out.
Yeah.
So when you graduated, did you feel that it was a big accomplishment?
It was a weird feeling. I feel like prior like to the day coming, like everyone was so excited. We finished with our exams. Everyone's like, ooh, like the big moment. And you step across the stage, you take your photo, and you get off the stage. It was funny because I wrote about it in one of my college essays, where it's like the minute you throw your hat up, everyone, the celebration's over. It's kind of like, what's next? It's a weird feeling when you wake up the next morning and it's like, well, what do I do now?
Right.
You're entering a new stage of your life where it's like, okay, when you were a kid, you worked up to this moment where you're finally an adult and you wish you wanted to be an adult, but after you're an adult, you're kind of getting put out there. It's scary. It's a scary feeling because you don't know what's next.
Right.
So that was kind of an experience.
I remember that was like my first landmark in life.
Yeah.
It felt good,
It was a good feeling.
It felt really good. How has your experience with drugs and alcohol been so far?
Mom, if you're watching this,
I mean, just what are your thoughts and like how is your experience?
I think it's definitely scary kind of seeing the effects take place. Obviously, I haven't done to the extent of some people have done out there.
Yeah,
I have joined.
like your dad.
Yeah. So it's weird because when I was younger, I hated it because of the effects it had on you. My stepdad drank. So I could see what it could do to people when they take it too far and how addiction plays. So I was like, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to touch it. I'm never going to drink. I'm never going to smoke. And then when I became a teenager, you try it and you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. And it's like, well, if I can control it, then I'm not going to be like that person. But you can kind of see how it can get kind of out of hand.
So how old were you when you first tried whatever?
Ooh, when I first drank, I got drunk, I was 17.
So you were in Korea?
Mm-hmm.
Was it soju?
Yeah.
Tell the people out there listening what that is.
Soju is Korean vodka. That is
Unmetered. I mean, it's unregulated, right?
Yeah, the drinking age out there is 19, but they don't really ID. So a lot of the military kids, they kind of can just go out and get it themselves if you're American. Not saying you do that, don't do that. It's pretty bad, but pretty much it's pretty cheap. A lot of people out there. There's no weed in Korea, so everyone drinks. And the people I was around, they told me to try it, and I tried it. Worst mistake I ever made in my life. So yeah, that was probably my experience.
You ever got sick?
Oh yeah, I cannot stomach it. I've got it in a couple sick nights.
You ever got any fights?
I never been no.
From drinking?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Smoking weed?
I've smoked weed. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like being high. It's not a good feeling.
I don't like nothing that makes me stupid.
Yeah, it's a slower feeling when I feel like I can't. I have anxiety, so I think it's funny because I feel like the point people would smoke weed is to ease that, but I feel like it makes it worse for me.
Right. Well, I don't know. Do you think? What are the effects? So it makes you paranoid.
Paranoid. I feel slow.
Does it make you want to eat?
Yeah, I think initially when I first tried it, I couldn't eat. I was so like stressed out, like I couldn't even like swallow water. Like I I couldn't have any control over my body. And then over time, I got a little munchy effect, I guess they call it, where you eat. But even that's not a good feeling because you don't feel the hunger. You don't feel the thing that make you human.
Do you feel that the time frames where you did like smoke weed a lot or whatever, that you got lower grades than you usually get? Because I know like your whole life you've been getting straight A's,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
I never was a frequent smoker. Like I think I would smoke with my friends. Like I think like last year, like my first year of college, my best friend she smokes. So I would always tell them like I don't want to smoke every day with you guys. I'll smoke on a weekend. I don't have any assignments. But even then, like I can't imagine smoking every day. We got classes going to class high. Like I can't imagine the focus rate. Like I think the one like most stressful thing I had to do on my birthday last year, I got my nose pierced. And I had to just talk to the person saying like, "Oh, I want this." And I was trying to have a conversation with her and I felt so stupid because she knows that I'm high and I'm talking to her and it's like I feel like an idiot
Yeah,
trying to have a conversation with someone and I'm under those effects.
right.
So it's stressful.
I understand. What's your take on like vaping or smoking cigarettes?
Ooh, vaping. Vaping is definitely I feel like it's bad because it's a new thing. So
Right.
cigarettes, I feel like it's been here for so long, so a lot of like the younger generation are like, "Ew, cigarettes are boring. Ew, it's gross." Because we've advertised it so much to the point where now it's like,
Because it
yeah,
doesn't taste like cotton candy?
yeah, it doesn't. It stinks. So when you think something that stinks, your teeth rot, and you see like how we have evidence of people who are older who have the effects of cigarettes. So people see them, and they're like, "I don't want that." But with vaping, we don't see the long term effects yet.
You can feel them though.
Yeah, you can
Because
feel them.
I mean, I had like my little vaping spells, and then I mean, I'd vape for like a month, and then I just throw it all away. But the coating that would put on my lungs,
Mhm.
like I'll be getting out of breath even after I stop, and it'll take like 6 to 8 months to like get it all the way out of there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I vaped for 3 years,
Okay.
and it was funny because the third year I got back to the States, that's when I was like my lungs started hurting and I was like, this is not a good feeling. So and I feel like my teeth like had like a weird film and I was like, I don't like this. But then I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stop. And then I was like, oh, I'm bored, I might as well buy another one. It's only like $20. And that's where I'm like, oh, that's that cycle. So
Any sports growing up?
soccer. That's the only that's the only sport I played.
Yep. I can see you playing soccer though.
Yeah, I played soccer.
And that's crazy because your brother August plays soccer.
I got some
And,
photos.
and then I coached his team, you know? I
Soccer.
was like, I'm tired of being a deadbeat dad. I'm about to be a super soccer dad.
Soccer.
I even drive a soccer van. You know what I mean?
It's fun. It's a lot of running.
Yeah.
Stressful. So.
So now you're in college.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go? Where do you go?
I go to Old Dominion University.
Old Dominion in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a pretty big school.
Yeah.
It's a university, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and what do you major? I mean, like, what are you going to school for?
My goal is to get into the dental program to become a dental hygienist.
Dental hygienist.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be out there cleaning your teeth twice a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Might make a couple bands. That's the
Yep.
goal.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm in school for that right now. I'm taking classes. Yeah. So I applied for this December for the program. Hopefully I get in.
So
My grades are good.
you did get a scholarship to go to Old Dominion,
Yeah.
right?
Grades.
Like a full scholarship for 4 years.
I don't know about a full rise,
But it was from you academics.
yeah, it's like an academic scholarship. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have to apply for it? Like, how did you get it?
They gave it to me because I applied to the school and then they looked at my
GPA?
yeah, and they were like, "Oh, this is how much we're gonna offer you." And I was like, I didn't really apply to a lot of colleges because overseas it's hard to really get the whole scouting thing. So I was like, I might as well stay in state because I have in state tuition. So it was either that or VCU.
Mm-hmm.
VCU's in Richmond though, so I don't want to be too far away from home. So I chose.
So what was your GPA to get that scholarship?
They dropped my GPA when I moved to Korea. When I was in the States, I had a 4 point, I think it was 4.0 or 4.1. But then when I moved to Korea, they are in the DODEA system, which is Department of Education for the military. So they dropped some of my weighted classes. So it was 3.91.
Mm-hmm.
So I graduated with that.
Okay, 3.9. It's still good. So how have you adapted to being back in the States and the college life?
I think it's weird because
Is there a lot of drugs and drinking and stuff like that?
oh yeah, people They party. I don't go to parties in college. I think that's why everyone asks me, "Are you gonna go to parties? Parties?" I don't know nobody. I made one friend in
Right.
college. I'm not really a social person. I think going to Korea and like partying, I kind of did all of that. So when I come back, it's kind of like I don't care for that anymore.
Right.
And also like the people here, like it's weird when you make really close bonds with people in a one place and then you move.
Yep.
It's hard to kind of
That's the
find.
military life.
You can't really. And it's also weird because the people that I met in Korea, they went through the same experiences that I had.
Mm.
So it's like an easier connection. They understand me in a sense that no one else can.
Mhm. So you had a little posse?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
What was y'all posse's name?
We didn't have a name, but we were known as the Curly Heads.
Uh-huh.
There's four of us. We all had curly hair.
Yeah. Did y'all like go on little adventures like in other places in Korea, like jump on a train and go?
Yeah, I think my junior year we didn't really go too far because my mom was like, "Ah, you stay here." But over a year, she got a little bit more lenient and started to train like Seoul, which is like an hour away. That's like the main city of Korea.
How was that?
Fun. Seoul is kind of like what I imagine Manhattan is like in New York
Mhm.
City. It's so many stores. A lot of celebrities go there, so it's really nice. And the transportation out there is so safe compared to the States. So it's so easy to just buy a ticket or get a little card, scan it, go travel.
So what do you think about the first time you came to North Dakota
Mm,
and it was like in July?
yeah.
Because it was for August's 5th birthday.
hmm
And what do you think about now, this time?
I think the first time I came, I even like when I came back this time, like not North Korea, North Dakota. It's so pretty here.
Right.
Like, there's no cities, there's no like busy life, or it's just pretty much just lands.
Mhm.
It's so calm.
They call us flatlanders.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Mm.
And I remember you took me to the sunset on that hill when I first got here, and I was like, "Whoa! Like it's cool." But it's so quiet, and it's almost like a small like it's almost like something you see from like a TV show, where it's
Mhm.
like a small town, everyone kind of knows each other.
Mhm.
So I liked it. It was just a little scary. I was like, "Hi, everyone." I remember we went to the water park. There's people because everyone kind of knows each other. So when you see someone new,
We did go to the water park, huh?
yeah, when we see someone new, they're like, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Mhm.
And everyone knows him in the green truck. We were the little green truck around, and everyone was like, "Hey, Brandon,
Yeah.
what are you doing?" So
Yeah.
it was nice. And then coming back here, I was a little worried because I know you talked about the cold, so I was scared it's gonna be like tundra here, but it's not too bad.
Because the wind's not blowing.
Yeah,
But
no,
no.
it's gonna be like blizzard. It's not a lot of
Yeah,
snow.
when that North Dakota wind picks up, it ain't no getting away from it. I can say that. It's like, man, just go away for 5 minutes so I can get my thoughts together.
I was worried I was gonna get hit by that, and I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not too bad."
Well, we're blessed, man. I'm so thankful that you were able to come, and I love you so much,
I
and
love you too.
I miss you. And so what are your plans for the rest of the holidays?
Take a break. That's a major one. Take a break. I'm always doing schoolwork. I think because it's weird because I feel like I am used to it. I feel like when I'm not doing schoolwork, I don't have nothing to do. I like lose my mind. Like I need to be doing what I've been used to my entire life. I love being in school, even though I hate sometimes the amount of stuff we do. But it's what I'm used to is routine. So when I'm not doing that, I feel like I'm kind of just like not working. At least not yet. So I'm kind of just stuck. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna
You're
take
never stuck,
not stuck, but like I feel like I need something to do. I'm like bored. That's
right?
the best way to put it.
And I think that's just in your genes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have these big heads for nothing.
Yeah, it's a little huge. I get it from him.
We got big brains, folks. But yeah, like an idle mind, you got to stay busy.
Yeah.
And one thing, if anybody could say anything about me that's true, is I stay busy. You know what I mean?
No.
Do you think, like, your outlook on, like, thinking, like, how I was, like, I used to be, like, running the streets and drinking and drugging and lost and all that stuff. Do you think I would ever change? Or you already thought, like, well, he's just going to be like this?
I don't know. I think there's a period in my life where I just didn't think about you.
Right.
Like I think because we were so isolated from each other, you were almost kind of just like a figment of my imagination at some point,
Right.
which is bad because like it hurts to say that,
Right.
but
I used to have to drink and drugs so I could stop thinking about you
it's crazy.
or worrying about you.
It's crazy because the one thing I will say, you never showed me that side of you. Like you never called me. So the times where we didn't call, I was kind of glad you didn't show that side of yourself. So I didn't get a picture in my head. So I'd hear stuff about you or you'll be in prison. But I never could picture you because I never saw you.
Right.
So the image I did have of you was, my dad go to a hotel, let's go skiing. Good times in that.
Yeah, tell them about that time we went skiing and I almost ended up in the parking lot
He probably
in Utah.
flying off the mountain. He would have a little print.
I was a proud dad. I was a proud dad in them ski.
What he's not embarrassed to do is embarrass himself. So he's fun. He's a fun dad. We made a lot of memories. It was fun. I never went skiing, you never went snowboarding, and you went up there and you risked it.
Yeah.
Risked it.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience I'll never forget. Wolf Mountain in Ogden, Utah. It was
doing everything. I still got my little snow goggles.
Yeah, I had borrowed a snowsuit from Jake, the Mr. Extraordinaire, the author of Make It Extraordinary. Yeah, I will honestly say North Dakota saved me.
Yeah.
And I'm forever thankful to the people in North Dakota that showed me a better way of living. You know what I mean? And it just keeps growing and manifesting, and the promises in recovery come true. So what is your favorite food?
Oh, I don't even know. I like so many foods. I think when I was younger, I was like chicken tenders and fries.
Yeah, that's just typical kid stuff.
But now I can eat anything. I love it all. Like, I'm not really picky. Maybe it's like,
What's your favorite thing to eat on campus?
ooh, my routine. Lately, I like a good smoothie. Get like a little blueberry yogurt smoothie. Start my mornings off. Or I go to the dining hall, get like eggs, sausage, stuff like that. Fruits. I love bananas, apples. You'll see me eat that like every day in the morning. Start my day off. Potassium is important. People take your potassium.
Yeah.
What else? Water. I love water. I used to drink a lot of like soda, like Sprite, and I was like, it's gonna mess my teeth up.
Right.
So young, so I drink.
Your teeth look amazing.
Thank you. People gotta trust me. If I'm gonna be a dental hygienist, I gotta have good teeth.
Right. I feel that.
Yeah. For dinner, I like a little salad, or I get like chicken breast, veggies, rice. I can live off it. Like that's my favorite thing: rice and meat, chicken, like anything. I can eat that for the rest of my life.
What's your favorite hobbies now or pastime?
I play the game.
Video game?
Be 80 years old still playing the game. I'm gonna be that one grandma still on the mic yelling at little kids. That's gonna be me. It's since I was little, you know this. I enjoy it so much. It's fun. It's a little thing that I do, and it takes the time away. I love music. I love all types of music. I'm open to it. What else do I do?
You sing in the shower?
I like the gym. The gym is nice. It's good to be active.
Right.
Watch movies, stuff like that. Do small things.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
For real. Come here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna give me a high five, but
I was gonna get the high five, but I figured, hey, I want to give a shout out to Jerry Racine for making this beautiful necklace for me and gifting it. She actually gifted some to my whole family. So I want to give a shout out to Jerry. You can check her out at local vendor shows. She's making earrings. She's making different necklaces, and this one here has the Serenity Prayer on it, and it's a beautiful necklace. Thank you, Jerry, from my family to your family. You are a great spirit, and we love seeing you all the time. But yeah, J Dobo, folks, get your J Dobo. He is posted up in the Kirkwood Mall today and tomorrow, and Sober Talk will be in the Kirkwood Mall near Santa by Walkers and Daughters. We'll be selling raffle tickets. We'll be selling Sober Talk merch, and we'll be broadcasting live. You can come get your raffle ticket. You can come get you some merch, or you can come get interviewed. So check us out. But also you can get some J Dobo while you're walking around the mall. Also, Ruben from Res Runners will be there passing out free Bibles and praying for people. So come by and get you some prayer. Or you could just walk by and look at us and we'll wave and say, we love you. But I want to thank you for coming on Sober Talk. You know, this right here is a monumental, historic moment. You know what I mean? It was a time in my life where I never thought I would have a relationship with my daughter or my family or anybody, you know. But miracles do happen. It's something in the soil in North Dakota. Underneath all that frozen tundra and snow, there's some good whole lay. But all the people that show love to Sober Talk, we appreciate you. Shout out to Leon in Wagner, South Dakota, the Yankton Sioux Reservation. He invited me to they have a big conference in February of All Nations Conference. We'll be there for the fashion show, and we'll be broadcasting and be speaking. It's going to be a great event in South Dakota. So check it out. Shout out to Leon. We love you, brother. You've been reaching out to me for years now, and I am very thankful for your support. Shout out to Relevant Life Church in Fargo, North Dakota. Pastor Travis Lynn and his wife and their whole organization. Thanks for having us come and preach some sermons a couple weeks ago. Thank you for all your support. And they're fixing to soon be opening up another campus in Moorhead, Minnesota. So you can go online and check out Relevant Life Church. There's some great people. They're doing some great things over there. Shout out to the F5 Project. Adam Martin, he's a mentor of mine. They're all over the place. Thank you for having me on your podcast. Pretty Ricky, Scott. Thank you for having me stop by and being part of what you guys are doing and all the love and support that you give to Sober Talk. From my heart to yours. Also, shout out to Tied for Second Sober Living and New Freedom Center. I'm New Freedom Center alumni. They do have beds available. They do have waiting lists sometimes, but go ahead and get on it or give it a call. You never know. Also, shout out to Prairie Recovery Center in Raleigh, North Dakota. Beds are available. Steph, Dave, Marion, Avery, Jody, everybody out there that making that place great for people to have an opportunity to save their life. Shout out to all the correctional facilities that let Sober Talk come in. Shout out to the Farm, MRCC. Shout out to Teen Challenge. Shout out to NDSP, North Dakota State Penitentiary, Travis Collins, the Alpha Team, Travis Gatsky, Chaplain Mark, and Brother Seth. I really appreciate you guys being in my life and me being in your lives. And we're going there doing the Alpha course for the inmates. Last year, we only had 12 guys. Now we got 45 or 44 guys. So it's a great experience. Shout out to Evangel Church. All the sponsors of the show, House of Fade, Serenity Bridge, Hope's Landing, everyone that shows love, the Sober Talk, Cornerstone Woodworks, Medicine Horse Creations. Shout out to Timber Skins, Laser and Leatherworks for making this lovely game for Sober Talk. We're actually going to try playing this tonight. And anyone wants to be a guest on the show, wants to participate, wants to come to a speaking engagement. Right now, we're fundraising for 2 events. At the end of January, beginning of February, we'll be doing another barber and beautician event and speakers in the walls, the state penitentiary. Also, we are planning one at the women's prison in New England. So if you want to be part of that, or you got some ideas, or you just want to donate, we are doing some fundraising to get gifts for the speakers and the barbers and whatnot to have all those people come. So thank you for all your support, all the donations. Shout out to Make It Extraordinary, Jake Lawson. You can follow him. You can get his book on Amazon. You can follow Make It Extraordinary on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. He has a website. Also, Tied for Second and New Freedom Center have an app and a website as well, where you can find out some information about changing your lives. Shout out to Heartview for having me once a month to come and speak my testimony, my story, and all the people that are helping people in this community and statewide. We're forever so thankful for you. The Sanctuary Women Sober Living in Minot, North Dakota is doing the Twice Blessed fundraising right now, meaning everything that you donate is going to get blessed, matched by an organization. And that helps the house keep going and giving women chances and scholarships to be able to get in there. So thank you for always doing God's work. Thank you for all the support. Shout out to Bryanna Sinai. If you think that prayer doesn't work, this is living proof right here. You know what I mean? If you stay sober and you stay praying, it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen in 6 months, but eventually blessings will come down and you got to be ready for them. So I love you and thank you for coming spend some time with us.
Of course, love you too.
Yep. But shout out to the Daily Love Show and Derek Daly for his production and this intro and outro of Sober Talk. Well, we love you and we'll see you next week. Roll that outro.
Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Raging Cajun. It's the weekend!